Hey guys, and welcome to the channel Quality Shot. Right, Wimbledon 2021, and we're going to go over day 6 and round up the day's play. We're going to start off with the men's singles, then the women's singles. Some incredible matches on display, some fantastic stories to get through as well. And of course, as always, I'll be looking towards not tomorrow because there's no play on Sunday. Not for the men's and women's singles anyway, but they will be continuing the fourth round on Monday. So I'll go through some of the best matchups from there for the men's and women's, and most likely tomorrow I will be doing a roundup of the week as a whole, picking out some of the memorable moments, matchups, etc. Right, okay, let's get through today though first. So as you can see, we're going to start off with, I think, the 5-set thriller that was Marin Cilic versus Daniil Medvedev. Now, I think before this matchup, I was very much of the opinion that Medvedev will come through in 3 or 4 sets. I know a lot of people are high on Marin Cilic because he's had a very good grass court season so far. Anyway, coming into it in form, he's obviously got the weapons, huge serve, big ground strokes, and pretty good at the net as well. And I think his own worst enemy is probably himself, and maybe his mentality tends to, I don't know if choke is the right word, but break down at times on big points or in big moments. And like something similar happened here again. I mean, he started off really well, fantastic stuff, managing to win that first tiebreak, and then managed to take the second set as well. So 2 sets to love up, and Medvedev had to come back and win it in 5. But in this, I felt like, and I don't know, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but once he lost that third set, it's almost like his head went down a little bit, and to lose then 6-3, 6-2 is a little bit like a whimper. Medvedev obviously is a top player, and rightfully, I think we can say he is the number 2 seed and should be the number 2 seed at Wimbledon. But I do think it's just a little bit of a worry if you're a Cilic fan, which I'm sure there's quite a few around, that are saying, you know what, what's going on with our boy? Why is he falling at, well, not the last hurdle, but at a hurdle where really it would have propelled him into a really, really good position going forward from the 4th round onwards. And then to beat Medvedev, I mean, is one of the big dogs, really. But look, I saw Medvedev live, and hopefully, I'm assuming he's going to make the quarters most likely. So I may see him as well again next week. And in the flesh, he is a phenomenal player in the way that he moves and his movement on the grass, his ability to soak up pressure and then just deflect it back onto the opponent is really impressive, and a huge server as well. So he loves the grass. He said after his previous match on the post-match interview, and I'm guessing he's falling more and more into love with it as he goes and progresses through the tournament. Okay, then on to, well, another big dog and one of the best ever in Roger Federer, number 6 seed and, well, 8-time Wimbledon champion, beating British hopeful Cameron Norrie. So all 3 Brits in the men's singles have been beaten at the 3rd round stage, which is a shame. So we Cameron Norrie, Andy Murray obviously lost yesterday to Shapovalov in straight sets, got thoroughly outclassed. Dan Evans losing a 4-set to Seb Korda, had chances in there to take it to 5. Again, I think he thought he was the seed in that matchup as well. So that was a frustrating match to watch because I felt like Dan Evans could have done a little bit more. And I think he thought so himself. In this one, though, look, Cam Norrie gave a really good account of himself. And similar to how he did against Nadal at Roland Garros, where actually he lost that in straight sets, but he lost 6-3, 6-3, 6-3, which is, that's not terrible. It's respectable. Here he actually managed to take a set off the Swiss star and Wimbledon legend and tennis legend, losing 6-4, 6-4, 5-7, 6-4. And to be fair, to only look 6-4 means it's just one break of serve. I tell you what, it was a tight affair, and obviously it could have swung either way potentially, but Federer, I guess, playing better in the big points, and that's what happens when you do play the big boys and the elite players. They play the big points better, and that's kind of similar to what happened yesterday with Seb Korda and Dan Evans. Seb Korda just played the big points better, and if you look at the overall ability and the points and the percentages and the stats, they're pretty even, but it's just on those big points. Seb Corda had a little bit more. Felix Auger-Aliassime, this was really just it was a shame. I've seen obviously Nick Kyrgios in the flesh as well last week, and he is such a phenomenal talent. It's just so frustrating because he had to retire from this. He actually took the first set 6-2, lost second 6-1, but I think the injury that he retired from, I think, was playing up during that second set. I don't want to say he would have won it. He probably would have lost it, but I think it would have been closer. Look, I mean, he said it was an abdominal injury, and if that's the case, then you just can't play on. Interesting to see what happens with his mixed doubles, because obviously he's playing with Venus Williams, and they have been doing pretty damn well. So I don't know what's going to happen in there, if he's going to recover in time, but it's a big shame, and I really like FAA, but I would have loved Kyrgios to get through and just see how far and how deep he can go. But unfortunately, his body's broken down, conditioning is not there. I really hope, I genuinely hope that he plays the US Open, but plays a couple of tournaments before then even, gets his fitness up, make sure that he's match fit, just gives himself the best chance possible. Like, please, can we just see it? Just a couple of tournaments where it looks like he's genuinely almost at optimum condition, fitness, and kind of mentality as well. Because I think with the Wimbledon crowd, it helps. I don't know the US if it would help, but yeah, it does for me, because I genuinely love watching him play. I just think it's a waste, but let's see what happens. Obviously, he's still relatively young. He's still got quite a few years left in the game. Let's see whether we see that slight shift. I think he is getting a little bit more and more mature as he gets older. And I think it's just more to do with his approach to training and his coaching team, etc. And planning as well. But yeah, anyways, he unfortunately then bowed out. So FA through to the next round. And yeah, I mean, that FA is a great player, really is. Can't wait to see his progression as well. Zverev came through against Taylor Fritz, lost the first set in a tiebreak, which can happen, but then came through in 3 pretty tight sets, and Taylor Fritz will look at that and will be a little bit disappointed, but also look at it and say, look, I had a knee surgery at the French Open. Or sorry, I walked out of the French Open. I didn't walk out even. I was in a wheelchair because my knee was gone. I had to have a surgery on it. Then I somehow made myself available and fit to play in here, and I got to the third round and pushed a number 4 seed and one of the favourites in Alexander Zverev in 4 sets, so that's not bad going. Sonego beat Duckworth 6-3, 6-4, 6-4, the number 23 seed Italian, and another Italian got through. One of the kind of dark horses, a lot of people were saying, in Matteo Berretini, really big server, huge forehand, winning 6-4, 6-4, 6-4. Venue was actually he'd actually started to stream for this match from at 11:30. He was going to do an hour and a half, but play got suspended because of rain. They didn't start again until I think it was like 1 o'clock. So yeah, which was a shame because I think Venue was really looking forward to that, and obviously it was on court 3. So there's no roof. But yeah, he's through and looking forward to seeing what he can do. Catch beating Bublik 6-3, 6-4, 6-2. So he's continuing. Interesting to see how he does as well going forward. And Ivashka beating Thompson 6-4, 6-4, 6-4. So again, some interesting wins there, and obviously some of the usual suspects as well. But now we're going to touch upon the women's singles because there were some incredible matchups and stories here. Ash Barty, number 1 seed, coming through against Siniakova 6-3, 7-5. Good to see her get through. And look, I think she is a phenomenal player. So she's one of, I would say, out of maybe 2 or 3 for the favourites for the title even. Krejcikova came through in 3 sets, the Roland Garros champion this year, winning 7-6, 3-6, 7-5. So that's really cool. Looking forward to seeing what she can do. Goff beating Huvan 6-3, 6-3. She looked damn good. She's playing Kerber in the next round. That's going to be a really, really juicy tie. It really will. And what a story. Emma Raducanu, the number 18-year-old, who obviously I've been talking about in my day roundups, she did it again, beating Sersti, who had beaten Azarenka in the previous round and is a dangerous player, beating a 6-3, 7-5. She's through to the 4th round. This is an unbelievable story, genuinely, and I'm so happy for her. unbelievable stuff. Let's see how far she can go, but it's been an unbelievable run so far, and genuinely like crazy. Some of the angles she finds, got a very solid backhand, and seems to just get moving across the court on grass, especially. Just seems to be easy for her. Very, very good mover, and just seems to anticipate well as well in points. And she seems like she's got a very good tennis IQ, to be honest with you. And at that age, it's probably beyond her years. So amazing to see, and let's see what she can do going forward now. Badosa Gilbert came through against Lynette, 5-7, 6-2, 6-4. Let's see what she can do. Kerber winning in 3 sets. She lost the first set 6-2, but then completely blitzed Sasanovic, 6-love, 6-1. And then we had a bit of a spat in the Ostapenko-Tomljanovic match. Tomljanovic eventually winning 4-6, 6-4, 6-2. Ostapenko, so she lost the second set, obviously, and then the third set she was 4-love down. Tomljanovic serving to make it 5-love, and she called the trainer, and Tomljanovic had a go at her and said, like, you're not injured. I haven't seen any signs of injury. Why are you lying about it, basically? And Ostapenko called her disrespectful. I don't know, like, I'm kind of split on this a little bit. I'll give you my thoughts on it. My first thought is, if she wants to call the trainer, like, that's her prerogative. Obviously, it's kind of in bad faith if she's doing it when she's not injured, but a lot of players do it, as Tomljanovic pointed out after. But obviously, it's not ideal if she does it when Tomljanovic is in the ascendancy. But at, 4-love up, it's not going to make much of a difference. You'd hope that, look, if she is calling the train, she is injured, and there's no way of proving it unless Tomljanovic asks her to show her scans or whatever. So I think, if I'm honest, Tomljanovic just needs to get on with it. Personally, I mean, she won 6-2 in the end anyway, and yeah, it's not ideal, but like, you're allowed to call the trainer on. So I don't know, and maybe she was injured. I know she says she wasn't, but it could have happened in that point. I don't know. Ostapenko also said after that if she was playing at even 50% of her capability, she would have beaten Tomljanovic. So clearly some bad blood between the two, and interesting to see how they get on if they play each other again in the near future. Machova beating Pavlyuchenkova. I mean, that's a big win, beating a 7-5, 6-3. So very interesting. Machova doing well there, the Czech player. Right, let's go into then the day's play on Monday. So let's have a look at some of the better matchups. Berretini, Vashka, Berretini all day. Kachanov, Korda. I'd actually sway towards Korda there, but I think that's going to be a very tight match. Fucsovic, Rublev. I mean, Rublev has blitzed Fucsovic in ATP 500s. I think the record's 4-1, but the last 4 matches they played, Rublev's won. Rublev definitely has the biggest edge there, and you'd hope he'd come through that. But let's see. Shapovalov, RBA, one of the closer matches. A very, very tight affair. I don't know who's going to win that realistically, but I'd edge 60-40 to Shapovalov. Think he has better tools on the grass, but RBA loves the grass. So let's see. Djokovic, Garin, a pretty easy matchup for Djokovic. You'd expect him to come through that unscathed. Orgalisian versus Zverev is an absolute peach of a matchup. I'd edge towards Zverev. If Zverev's serve is firing and he's not getting the yips, which he hasn't got for a bit of time now, I can't see Orgalisian being able to have much success. I can see it maybe going to 4 sets, but I think Zverev should come through that. But in saying that, FA, if he turns it on, he's got all the weapons as well. So let's see. It could be a question of who serves and returns better, because I think both have weapons in terms of ground strokes and serves. But yeah, it should be a one for the ages. It should be incredible to watch. Catch Medvedev at 2:15 as well. That'll be really good to watch. Medvedev obviously got through that Cilic match in 5. Let's see how he recovers. He's got a couple of days now, and a catch is pretty adept on the grass, so should be a good one. Federer, Sonego, expect Federer to get through, but let's see. But that again is a very good matchup, so looking forward to that. But Federer, I think, should get through that one. Right, should we have a look at the women's singles on Monday? Swiatek versus Jabeur. I mean, I genuinely love Swiatek, but I really want Jabeur to come through that. genuinely, I'd love to see her win that, but I don't know. Let's see. I think that's going to be a cracker, though, genuinely. Rybakina versus Sabalenka. Another fantastic matchup. I think Sabalenka edged towards her. Madison Keys versus Golubic. Madison Keys for me. This is a tough one because even though Ash Barty will go into this the favorite, Krejcikova is the Roland Garros champion, but yes, it's a different surface, but she's got a lot of confidence coming into this. And also, you have to remember, she is a very accomplished doubles player. She's got a big serve. She's very good at the net, and just her overall approach and net play is good. So she's got weapons. She's powerful. Let's see. I think it's going to be an interesting one. Pliskova versus Samsonova, really interesting matchup there. And then Badosa Gibber versus Muchova. That's a really interesting matchup as well. So let's see how that goes. And then the two fantastic matchups. Again, Coco Gauff versus Kerber, as I said. Wow, I cannot wait for that. It's going to be a cracker. Ex-Wimbledon champ Kerber against the young star 17-year-old Coco Gauff. And then Raducanu, the 18-year-old. She's going to be looking to make a quarter-final of a Grand Slam. Unbelievable. She faces Tomljanovic. So she's got a pretty... Out of all the players, this is not... Tomljanovic is a good... No, she's a good player. She's solid. Raducanu's got a big chance there, you know. If she plays the tennis she's playing and the nerves don't get to her, she could do it. Let's see. She seems to have nerves of steel, so I'm hoping she does it, man. I'm hoping she does. Yeah, keep the run going. Boris Becker running. Okay, thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Please do remember to smash the like button if you haven't already, and also subscribe to the channel as well. Really does help the channel to grow. As you know, I appreciate everyone's support. It's been incredible. Yes, we've hit the 1K mark, but it's now time to get to the 2K mark. So any help towards that is really, really helpful. That's 2K subscribers. So please do smash the like button, comment as well. Let me know your thoughts of the day's play, and also the ones coming up on Monday as well. What's your favorite matchup? And also remember to also like the video. Thank you very much, guys. Stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.